Hey, 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 Dr.Minesha here, affectionately known as Dr. M in the lounge, the Peace Driven Leader Lounge, you all. Well, I have the absolute honor to be able to connect with some of the most profound leaders all across the planet, or the globe, as you see. For Wendy has, for those of you all who are watching visually, you can see she has this big, beautiful globe behind her office here. But I just want to thank you so much for visiting us in the lounge all the way from what part of the world are you visiting us from, Wendy?
I'm in Florida.
Oh, you're in Florida. You're in my neck of the woods and hometown. Now, I live in Savannah, Georgia now, but I am a Florida girl for sure. Have been there for several years. Went to school there, and so before we dive into the conversation and have you introduce yourself, I want to acknowledge those who are listening, especially those who are listening for the very first time. We see you. We thank you. We're so grateful that our paths crossed when it did. I do not believe that is happenstance that you are listening to this episode right now at this season in your life. Everything is happening for your good and it's happening for a reason. And the more you lean in and stay connected with communities like the Peace Driven Leader and our app, and we'll talk more about that as we get into it. But we have tools and community that has been designed specifically for leaders like you. We attract leaders who are what we call the main character energy. Everybody wants them, right? They're pulling on them. They're asking them for all the things because they're not high valued just because of a title. They're high valued and they have high demand because they're high integrity leaders. When they say something, they're going to do it. And so, because of that, they need a place. And this is your place. This is your sacred and strategic place where you can be, where you can grow, and you can do it amongst other leaders who are also experiencing life and have the grace to have human moments as they do it, right? As we continue to transform and elevate ourselves, both publicly and most importantly, privately. So, with that being said, I want to introduce to you Wendy Craib in the lounge today. Thank you, Wendy. So beautiful.
Thank you so much for inviting me. I feel very honored to be invited here and just speak with you and share what we share and help everybody. That's our mission, right? Is
Yeah.
help everybody. Yeah. So I live in Florida, America. I'm originally from Zimbabwe, Africa, born and raised there. My husband as well, my two kids. Yeah, born and raised in
That's
Africa.
cool. I don't think I knew that.
You didn't know that? Yeah.
No,
Mhm.
that's
Yeah.
really cool.
So my family still live there. My dad and my sister and
Wow,
cousins, yeah, they're still there. So actually, I'll be going to visit them next week. I can't
that's
wait to
so cool.
yeah. So originally from Zimbabwe, Africa. My first, I studied business management, and so I always did business finance, bookkeeping, payroll, accounts, taxes. And then we actually left Zimbabwe in the year 2000 and we moved to Dublin, Ireland in Europe, and we lived there for 10 years. And again, I always did business financing. But, when as you're building your family, you're thinking of how we're going to um, build our legacy, right?
Absolutely. The
So,
empire.
yeah, empire, right? And so, from Ireland, my husband's job transferred him to Boston. So that's when we arrived in America 17 years ago. Yeah, 17 years ago. So we lived in Boston for 7 years and then Connecticut for 5 years and now sunny Florida. So I
Woo.
feel very fortunate that we've had those stepping stones and we've arrived in a beautiful place with, in a beautiful country. And my mission is just to help people because I found moving to those different places, I always joined a church because it made me feel connected to the community. And
Yeah.
just learning about different ways of building a strong financial foundation in each country. It's very different in each country, retirement planning. So the things I learned when I moved and started doing my own estate planning, building a
Mm-hmm.
trust and wills, and I was fascinated at what's available to us that I didn't know. And so
Yeah.
that's when I started this mission of I just need to share the information with people. They need to know what's available to them
Yeah.
so that they can make more informed decisions with their financial foundation. And
100%.
feel gain clarity and feel confident to make those informed decisions. So, yeah, so that's my mission: help people understand money, take control of money, because if you don't take control of money, money controls you and the decisions you make.
1,000%.
Yeah.
1,000%.
Um,
And, money is one of those things where Um, it doesn't mean everything, but it impacts literally every area of your life in some shape or form,
that's
you
so true.
know?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like a ripple. So, even when it comes to your health, it's hard to be able you can know all day the type of foods that you need to eat, but if the financial resources aren't there, then you'd still have that limitation, and it
Mhm.
just goes on and on throughout every domain. Is what we call a domain of leadership. We have 8 areas that peace-driven leaders manage within their personal leadership. And I look at all the 8 areas, and that is the one thing that truly impacts. And that is why we decided to actually add your software and your program, and I can't wait till we dive into this. So those of you who are listening, please, this is not the episode for you to multitask, okay? I know that's something we like to tend to do, and I tell you, multitasking doesn't work. Research supports it. If you don't listen to any other podcast at any other time, now is the time, because when it comes to cash flow, it is so important for you to be able to have a system in place. We talk about systems in every area, peace driven leader. That is like our like secret sauce to really ushering peace in the lives of leaders. And when I met you and I saw that you actually had the best cash flow management system I've personally seen in my life, and to the point where it convicted me to share this with the world as well, because again, it's that gap between knowing what to do with your money and actually having that accountability and that tool to know. So some people know what to do and they just don't do it. Some people don't even know what to do. This software that you represent and that you're an ambassador for actually addresses both. And so I'm super excited to talk to you more about that. How you got involved, how you found the software for yourself, what you've been able to achieve in the homes of um, marginalized Americans, high income, low income. You've kind of evened the playing field with this financial software tool. And I'm telling y'all, the thing is so powerful that every client that comes into our ecosystem gets a free financial analysis, and they get access to get the software because it's game changing. It's really a no brainer. So tell us more. I'm sure I have people on the edge of their seat wanting to get the details. So tell us about the people you've been able to help with
Okay.
this, how you found out about it, all the things.
So how I found about it was through a networking group that I'm a member of.
Huh,
And I'd heard about the program and I'd connected with my team leader. And it's one of those things I was like, I need to find out more about that. But life goes on and
right?
things.
That's what happens. Yeah.
So I met a lady who I was talking to about life insurance and retirement planning. And she asked me if I did debt consolidation. And I said, no, I don't do that. But I just met a lady that spoke to me about not consolidation or refinancing, it's a debt elimination software.
Mhm.
And so I said, I should connect you. And then I sat back and thought, I need to find out what it is about for myself first before I connect anybody. Because I feel more confident connecting somebody once I know
Yes.
more about it. I don't want to
That's
just
me
say,
too.
yeah.
Yeah.
And so I got back onto the call with my team leader and I was like, can you just tell me about this? Because I have somebody to refer, but I need to know what it's like for myself. And
That's
so
good.
I had my own debt analysis run and
Mm.
I was like, this is fascinating. Why
I
have I not
felt
known about this? I'm like,
right?
yeah.
That's a
And
good
I've had
word,
this
fascinating.
22-year-old program. It's been around 22 years. So it's not a new program. It was the first time I'd heard about it.
Yeah, me
And so,
too.
when you get those moments and you're like, wow, I didn't know. Why did I not know this? Like,
Yeah.
how come
Yeah.
it never,
Where would my life have been
yeah.
had I known, right?
And I'm
That's
like, I just need
yeah.
to share this now with people. Like,
Yeah.
this is changing people's lives. It's giving
Yeah.
people hope back.
Hope. Yeah.
Yeah. And so when I had my own free analysis run, I saw the numbers and how it was going to impact our lives with just how much
Personally.
more money,
Yeah.
yeah, personally, how much more money I could be putting back into my own pocket to build that strong financial foundation
Right.
and have a comfortable retirement and leave a legacy. So when I
Yeah.
saw that, I was like, I need to share this with people. And so that's why I joined the platform. And because I feel if I can show people how much money they can save without changing their lifestyle. So the program's changing
Yeah.
people's lives without them having to change their lifestyle. It's not telling you cut off the credit cards, get rid of pizza every Friday night.
Yeah.
Not telling you to change your lifestyle. It's creating this foundation that you can still live how you're living, just be smart with your money and optimize every dollar.
That's
Because we
it.
live in such an automated world right now. It's like tap and
Absolutely.
go, swipe and go, tap. Like nobody really consciously
Pays
knows where
attention.
every dollar's going.
Yeah.
So this
That's what
holds your
that's what I
attention.
thought. When I experienced it, it felt like the epitome of stewardship.
Yeah.
It's like
Mhm.
you nothing gets dropped. And the cool thing about it is that because it's using system automation, I think the fascinating piece is that you don't have to make any change whatsoever. And the system literally is taking your position, and showing you the leaks that
Mhm.
you can save and put towards debt elimination. That's super powerful. Like not changing a single
Exactly.
thing, and you can see how much waste that we do. And I mean, even since my experience, just went through my cards and just seeing how much stuff that gets overlooked that we miss, things that are being charged, we like, "What was that again?" Like,
Yeah.
what even was that? That now we're paying attention and the
Mhm.
system is catching, and, oh, subscriptions and things trials periods that
Yeah.
you forgot about that was supposed to cancel, and just so
Exactly.
many other things. The feature, that was really a big one. Talk about that, about how the compounding interest feature works.
Yeah. So I mean, you talk about those little subscriptions. Those are the little things that leak out of
Yeah.
our cash flow
Scroll
without
the
us
vine.
even noticing. But those small little things add
Little
up.
foxes, yep.
So, the program finds you money that you didn't even know you had, um, and it'll work with any positive cash flow. So, if you have $5 at the end of every month as positive cash flow, it's going to work. The program will work. And the whole point of the program is I mean, we need the banks, we need their services. And when you buy a mortgage or when you get a car, like buy a car, you get a timeline, right? You get their payment plan, but you don't have to stick to that payment plan. So this is where the program amplifies our money in our pockets because it will work on 4.5 million lines of code and factorial.
Mm,
So behind the scenes, they're taking into account every loan, how it's calculated, how often you're paying it, what the interest rate is. If it's compound, is it simple interest? Everything is being calculated in the background. So the
mhm,
program knows how to optimize every dollar. So it's also, if you have a high yield savings account, the program knows how much interest you're earning there. So it's helping you earn as much interest as you can on any of your savings accounts and high yield savings and some people's investments and paying the least amount of interest
mhm,
together. So that's
mhm,
how the program works is where you're optimizing earning the interest and paying the least. And I
mhm,
mean, yeah, you've seen the analysis, and I mean, just speaking of my own analysis, I have a 26-year mortgage and two auto loans. I'm going to be out of debt in 8.2 years with a 26-year mortgage, and I'm not even changing anything.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah, and save
Yeah,
Over.
With me, mine was because we had did such my husband and I did such an aggressive, debt elimination. And then, you get out of debt and then you end up investing in things like that. And then so we kind of got like 30% back in, with refinancing and, getting a HELOC on our property so we can get
Yeah,
another property. So it was an investment move, but the
yeah,
goal is, and this is what I love about this software, is that it's not just about strategic debt elimination, it's
mm,
also about wealth creation. So
exactly.
the tool created that strategy for us to where we can get completely out of personal debt in 3 years and then have those other years that the bank would have had us paying them to actually reallocate that towards, building wealth. And that's the piece that was the most fascinating by the
Yeah.
experience, is that, man, this is something that um that families need to know. This is accelerating empires and legacy at a
Well, giving
level.
them hope because they would
Yeah.
never have thought they'd be able to even build because they're on the bank's timeline of 30 years of mortgage or 15 years of car loan or whatever the case is, you know? So it's giving them back that hope that,
And
when
let
you
me
come
talking
to.
about hope, right? I want to sit here for just a second and share what this energy of stewardship is doing. Like shortly after we met, and then we had this debt elimination analysis. What came for me, because just like you're in this frequency, so now I'm like, you're looking for it, like the red car effect, right? Like you're looking for it. And so what came to my spirit that I now heard was the student loan forgiveness program, the PSLF, right? So I'm like, let me go back to the drum board on that, because I remember I had somebody on my team about a year ago. She had gotten it, and like you said, life gets in the way. It's so crazy the things that we let distract us from doing the very thing, right? And so when you're in this ecosystem here, you have this accountability and you're like focusing in. So I did that, and I'm going to say this in advance. You all know this date that you're listening to this, that I am going to be completely debt free from student loans. And it is so, and so it is. I've already completed the program. We qualify. If you have student loan debt, especially if you've been in school as long as I had over 6 figures of student loan debt. Apply, apply. I'm not waiting until I get the official letter before I give my testimony. I am saying in advance with passion and conviction, because I
Yeah.
know that it is here.
Mhm.
And for anybody who qualifies, pre-qualifies, let this be your sign to go
Yeah.
ahead and just apply. You never know. Shoot your shot. And that is a game changer, having that debt off when it comes to building wealth. But that's what happens when you're in that frequency and you're meeting other people who are doing it, and everybody's focusing on, that debt elimination and wealth creation. The whole thing, like when you have 5 friends and all of them are, free of debt, not debt free, free
Yeah.
of debt,
Free of debt. Yes,
because I believe that there is, responsible debt that needs to happen in business to grow and build. But that
absolutely.
personal debt is what you wanna be free of. At any point, you wanna be able to pay that off. And if you have it, it's only to leverage, not because you just overspent, right? And
So,
so
yeah. We talk about 2 types of debt, so the passive debt and the strategic debt. If you have strategic debt that is giving you a return of investment, that's a good debt. And if you know how to manage it well, it can work for you. But when it's passive debt and it's just draining the cash flow, you need to get rid of it. And
yeah,
and I think the culture is people are just um, used to living in debt. Credit card debt is huge right now.
yeah.
Student debt is $1.8 trillion dollars of
My,
student
my,
debt.
my.
It's
And
crazy.
especially fees. We tend to let fees just stay. Even those people who are part of, like, part-time organizations,
Yeah.
MLMs, and fees and stuff that you're really not using, cut
Yeah.
it.
Well,
Cut
that's
it,
where the data
repurpose it.
elimination, the analysis is great because it really gets you, it's a great exercise to see where you are in your finances. Um, and I encourage people, I'm like, every week, at least make a date with your finances. 30 minutes a week,
Yeah.
make a date with your finance. I mean, I do that every second day. I'm looking at my finances.
Yeah, most people do it more. It just depends on the type,
Yeah,
because that was actually what the type of person that you are, like your human design. I actually was studying about that and how people like there's some people who look at it on hour. There's
yeah.
some people who look at it every day. There's some people who need to look at it every week. I'm a once a week kind of
Uh,
person. But I
yeah,
do have a team and they look at it a little bit more often.
yeah.
But for me, that I romanticize it because for some reason it's just not as and now it's becoming more fun because I have the automation. I'm
Yeah.
neurodivergent, and so things can sometimes get overstimulating for me.
Mhm.
And
Yeah,
so that's another thing that I loved is that it was so streamlined. Like,
it
just tell me
yeah,
what I need to do so I can do it. You pull it up, you got big buttons in the software. They're very easy to read, is user friendly. I can see exactly what my debt free date is. Over here, I see how much I'm saving. It's super simple for me. So that's what makes it more exciting versus me just kind of doing it all myself on a
mhm,
spreadsheet. That's just
yeah,
boring. And
yeah,
so, it's hard to keep up. To me, it's fun to create, but then after it's for keeping up in lifestyle. And that's where the magic really is happening is in the
mhm,
maintenance. So I
yeah,
love that I can just, go onto my portal and see everything at a glance. And
yeah.
it's like a GPS, you all. It's
Oh,
literally
exactly.
telling you I call it money moves. It's
Yeah,
telling you
yeah.
your money moves.
Every money
Here,
move.
this,
Exactly.
and this. And
Mhm.
all you have to do is just obey the money move.
Yeah. So the
And
program
I
doesn't move your money or touch your money for you. It's telling you what to do with every the money move. Mhm.
Exactly. It's
Yeah.
telling you what move to make. So no sensitive information, no
Mhm.
banking records, any of that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And the reason why I'm so excited that we implemented this in our system with Peace Driven Leader is because some people will still invest in that software and they still won't make the money moves.
Yeah.
Let's just be honest. The
Yeah.
gym, we
Mhm.
do all the time. We have these different things that our brain knows we're supposed to do it, but we're not really implementing. And that's why I wanted to weave it in because we have executive assistants. They're EA integrators is what we call it for all of our clients. And every week we have these, how you have a progress review in corporate? Yeah, it's a weekly progress and peace performance review. And that's a part of it, the money moves. So that way you know for sure you're body doubling and you're
Mhm.
actually making those money moves because that's how you're going to see the results. You have to
For sure.
actually
See
make
it.
the money moves.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's the part no one's talking
Yeah.
about.
Well, it's so true.
So
And the thing that I love about it, like you said on the dashboard, it's the financial GPS. So life happens, right? Like you need four new tires on a car or something happens, life happens. The
yeah.
program, you put it into the program and it just recalculates.
I
Everything
love
recalculates.
it.
So
Yeah.
every time you go in, you can see your dashboard. So it
And a
tells you.
just like a GPS.
Yeah,
It's like I think
exactly.
about my kids, "Oh, mom, by the way, I need a XYZ. Oh, this event's coming up. I have to have a
Yeah.
dress,"
Mhm.
or this is happening. You know how kids will do sometimes where they just throw
Exactly.
something, like you said, a tire gets, damaged or a kid makes a decision. You have to, help them clean up. And so I love that it has that recalibration because when you are in that fix it mode, and your nervous system is there, it's hard for that part of your brain to logically think, "Oh, what card to use? What do you need to," you
Exactly.
know what I mean? So it's always stabilized to give you sound, sober financial
Mhm.
wisdom. That's the
Yeah,
piece. It's like a built-in stabilizer to go through that's not feeling all of the emotions because that's what happens a lot of
exactly.
times. When it comes to finances, we're making them at the
Emotional. Yeah.
worst. Yeah, we're making them at the most emotional state,
Mhm.
which
Yeah.
is not the best state to be making decisions around your money. So that's why I like it too, is it stabilizes those decisions and it does
And you
not
can
involve emotions.
exactly. And you can set up your budget. So it's the budget, the cash flow management, the debt elimination, and the wealth building all in one program. So you can see every month, oh, I overspent on groceries by $112 this month. Or
That's really
I
cool.
underspent on I don't know, the spa this
That's
month.
cool.
Or
And let me tell you, I before you I didn't even know it did that yet. I can't
yeah.
wait to dive into it more. But I literally do this in my spreadsheet
Mhm.
manually.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking about the time that I saved.
Oh, yeah.
Like I've spent
Mhm.
out that's why I dreaded doing it because it was just like you know,
Yeah.
I'm literally going back and I have it month by month in the tabs and I go back and I look to see,
Yeah.
but it's
That's
cool that it's all
mhm.
there streamlined in one spot. Oh
Yeah.
my goodness.
And we start once you get the program, we start from the day you get the program. We're not going back because we can't
Yeah.
change what we've done. We're gonna
Right.
change the habits we have now moving
Moving
forward.
forward.
So, yeah,
Yeah.
so we set it from the day you get the program, and then, yeah, you can print reports every month, every quarter, and you'll see it every month how much you um, spent on your budget. And
I
then you
love
might
it.
realize, actually, I spend less on groceries every month, so I'm just going to
I
tweak
believe
the
so.
budget.
Yeah.
Or I spend more on gas. I didn't realize I spent this much on gas, so I need to tweak the budget. And
Yeah.
yeah, so it's
I
and
love
at
it.
Christmas time, it's gift time, and so you can also forecast. Like, I need this much money at Christmas for gifts, so you can forecast so the program knows this expense is coming up, so we're not gonna use as much money and put it towards our, debt this month because we know you've got
Christmas is
Christmas
coming, so we're
coming up.
gonna add a little more to the
Yeah,
Christmas
to the
pot.
savings. Yeah, it's
That's
great.
so cool.
Mhm.
And then I love the custom categories too.
Yeah,
So if there's
custom
specific
categories.
things that yeah.
Yeah,
Tell us what, if you had to leave us with one thing, I would say, well, first let me say this because I would love to hear one of your most like heartfelt testimonials that you remember the most from what the work that you're doing that just resonated with you. I know you get so many,
yeah.
but which one sticks out that you've been able to help?
So it was one family, 68-year-old couple. And that's where we give hope because now
Yeah,
retirement isn't an age, it's
that's
a
right.
number,
Number.
a dollar number.
That's right.
Um, and so it was a 68-year-old couple. They still had 25 years left on their mortgage. So that is
Mm,
93 by the time they finished paying their mortgage down. So he had retired. He was doing some consultation, so semi-retired, and he had just started taking Social Security. So we ran their analysis, and without changing anything, um, they would be out of debt in 1.2 years. And his face, I wish I had taken a snapshot because he was like, 1.2 years. And they have new grandkiddies, so they want to go and travel. I mean, see their grandkiddies. But it was that we don't have to pay our mortgage or any debt.
wow,
'Cause it's not just mortgage, it's credit cards, student loans, auto loans,
wow,
IRS debt, any debt. So they were like, 1.2 years. And we're like, yeah, 1.2 years. You've saved all that interest that you would have paid the bank, and now you can use that
exactly. To
to
build
enjoy
wealth.
your retirement without having to
Yeah,
worry that you've got this mortgage for the next 25 years.
wow.
So he was like,
That's how you
"Anybody
sleep good
ever
at
turn
night.
this down?" I was
He
like,
said what? What did he say?
"Oh," so he's like, "Does anybody ever turn this down?"
Oh,
And I said
that's
to
what
him, "Well,
I thought that too.
yeah." And the people we want people to be setting that time with their money. We don't wanna give them a program if they're never gonna use it because,
Exactly.
um
Yeah,
it's not our goal is to help you. If you don't feel ready, it might not be the time now, but
right.
once you feel ready, we're always there. We've been here for
Yeah,
2 years, right? So it's,
yeah.
but
I
yeah,
like that. I like
yeah,
that too. Yeah, so
mhm,
it's less about whether it's more about the individual and if
yes,
they're ready to move
are they
forward
ready? Yeah,
and, to
and
make those
ready to
savings, make
commit
that
to that
change. Yeah,
30 minutes a week, because if
commit to
you're
making
not
those money moves.
yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. And
yeah.
some people it's hard because they feel so overwhelmed, they don't know where to start. So this
The whole
program is
fight,
great.
flight, freeze. Yeah,
Yeah, exactly. And
yeah,
some people just don't want to look at it because they know that they need to
yeah,
look at it and they need
yeah,
to go, right?
yeah. It's
Um,
terrifying.
and
Money
it's
can be
those
terrifying.
I mean, money is overwhelming. And if you don't understand it, how it's working for you, against you, where it is, what it's doing, it can it's very overwhelming.
It can
And
feel
then
that way, and that's
yeah,
why that's yeah, and I believe I love the way you said that because it can feel that way because you don't have clarity on it.
Exactly.
That's why I love it so much is because once you see it and everything is there, it no longer feels overwhelming. It really feels the exact
Yeah.
opposite. That's why I had
Yeah.
to integrate it in our process because how do we bring peace to
Yeah.
people
Exactly.
without financial peace?
And like
That's
you
the
said
area.
in the very
Yeah.
beginning, it hits every aspect of our lives.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
and it is very stressful. And so my thing is I just want to help people just come and look at it. Just take it for
Yeah.
everybody in all aspects of finance. Like be open-minded because we don't know what we don't know. We don't know what is out there for us. And there is something for everybody's budget if we're open-minded
Mm,
and just learn. Knowledge is power. But even better,
applied.
taking action is more powerful. Like we
That's
can
right.
know what's out there, but if we don't do anything about it, then there's really no,
The power in that.
yeah,
No,
there's no
for
power.
sure.
So
So
yeah.
what would you like to leave the audience with today before they go back into the world of high demands while they're in the stress-less universe in the lounge?
Yeah.
What can they take with them on their
Well,
journey?
first, thank you for having me and sharing this. And my,
Absolutely.
I love helping people, and I just feel there are so many things in life that happen, but if we can feel in control of this and less stressed about this, we can focus on other things that need focusing on your kids, your family.
Yeah.
Um, and so, yeah, I just, I love meeting people. I love talking to people. I love helping people and sharing. We
Yeah.
all have something to share. And sometimes it's not a great story, but there's a lesson in everything that
That's right.
happens.
That's
So,
right.
yeah, I'm like,
That's
there's no
awesome.
judgment. This is a safe space to
Yeah.
learn and grow and help each other
Yeah,
for sure.
absolutely.
Mhm.
Wow, so beautiful. Thank you so much for your gracious presence in the lounge. I'm so thankful. I'm so glad that our paths connected when it
I
did.
yeah,
Yeah, for sure.
reasons, seasons, and lifetime, right? And
That's right.
this is a great
That's right.
collaboration because what you do is a
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. And this is why I say life, leadership, and legacy, and why I call myself a legacy integration strategist because if you have wealth, but your marriage is strained, what do you have? You have wealth, but you're stressing your finances. What is that? That's not abundance. Or you have wealth, yeah, and you can't even, yeah, you have so it's like the integration, wealth creation through whole life integration
mhm,
is where work and life and, business and all of those things can live in harmony. And that's what you want. That's where you get to tap into that peaceful living. And
and
so thank
also
you
just
all for
protecting what we
yes.
worked so hard for.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we can actually experience the fruit of our labor.
Mhm.
And so for those of you all who are listening, we just thank you, especially if you've gotten to this point in the podcast. That means you've been hanging out with us for almost a half an hour. And so for that, we just want to say thank you. And I want to leave you with a reminder. It's not about how much you carry. It's not about how much you make, right? It's about how well you carry it and how well you steward it, right? And
Amen.
so if that's the real flex.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah.
but those of you all who that resonates with you and you agree with that statement, then continue to keep hanging out with us because peace-driven leadership is not something you find, it's something you design. And you are responsible for designing it. Until next time, bye-bye for now.